What if the single biggest financial advice you've ever been given is now completely backwards? In a world where inflation eats paychecks and job security is a myth, there is one rule the new generation of millionaires and billionaires live by. Ownership beats salary in the new wealth era. This isn't about getting a raise or a bonus. It's about a fundamental shift in how wealth is built. The rich don't work for money. They own the assets that make money work for them. Before we dive into the 5 laws of ownership that separate the wealthy from the permanently middle class, you need to commit to this mindset. Like this video right now to lock in this crucial lesson. Subscribe to this channel to reprogram your wealth blueprint, and share this video with anyone ready to escape the salary trap forever. 5. How equity creates generational wealth. The first law of the new wealth era is understanding that equity is the engine of dynasty. A salary pays for your life. Equity pays for your children's lives and their children's lives. When we say how equity creates generational wealth, we're talking about the magic of perpetual ownership. A salary stops the moment you stop working. But owning 1% of a company that scales globally, that creates a cash flow that can last for a century. Think of it as planting a single financial seed that grows into a forest your family can harvest from forever. Every employee at a startup who takes stock options over a higher salary, every entrepreneur who reinvests profits to own more of their business, is operating on this timeless principle. They are trading short-term comfort for long-term command. The ultra-wealthy understand that equity is also a shield against time and inflation. A salary is priced in today's dollars and is devalued by tomorrow's inflation. 4. The power of owning cash-flowing assets. Moving from theory to practice, the second law is the power of owning cash-flowing assets. This is the tactical implementation of ownership. A cash-flowing asset is anything you own that puts money into your pocket each month without you trading your time for it. This is the critical difference between being rich and being wealthy. A rich person has a high salary and spends it. A wealthy person owns the systems, the real estate, the software, the vending machines, the dividend stocks that deposit money into their account while they sleep. In the new wealth era, your financial stability is not measured by your monthly income, but by how many of your monthly expenses are covered by the passive income from assets you own. The modern elite have mastered the asset stack. They don't just own one type of asset. They build a diversified portfolio of cash flow engines. Physical infrastructure, apartment buildings, storage units, cell phone towers. Digital infrastructure, SaaS, software as a service, products, online courses, royalty-paying apps. Financial infrastructure, peer-to-peer lending notes, royalties from music or patents, silent partnerships in small businesses. 3. Why high-income earners stay poor. This brings us to the great paradox. Why high-income earners stay poor. It's the brutal truth of the old model. A doctor, lawyer, or senior executive can earn $500,000 a year and still be living paycheck to paycheck, drowning in what is called lifestyle inflation arrest. Their high salary becomes a trap. They buy the expensive house with the massive mortgage, the luxury cars with high leases, the private school tuition, and the constant wardrobe upgrades to match their professional status. Their high income is immediately converted into high liabilities and depreciating expenses. They own nothing but debt and clutter. They have a high net worth statement, but a low asset column. They are cash flow rich but ownership poor. The final nail in the coffin is tax inefficiency. Salaries are the most heavily taxed form of income. You pay income tax, Social Security, Medicare. It's taxed at the highest rates right off the top. Money from owned assets, however, is treated very differently. Capital gains from long-term holdings are taxed at lower rates. Real estate offers depreciation deductions that can shield income. 2. Building wealth through ownership, not labor. The core strategy of the new era is building wealth through ownership, not labor. This is the mindset shift from trader to builder. A trader trades time for money. A builder creates or acquires something of value that can be traded, rented, or sold independently of their time. The modern wealth playbook has three clear paths. Build to own. Start a business. Not a job you own, but a system you own that can eventually run without you. Buy to own. Acquire existing cash-flowing assets, like a small business through search funds or rental property. Invest to own. Use capital to buy shares in other people's great businesses, stocks, or infrastructure, REITs, funds. The key is that your active labor is only the ignition, not the fuel. Your work is used to create or acquire the asset. Once it's running, your role shifts from operator to overseer. Your wealth compounds because the asset's value and cash flow grow, not because you worked more hours. This is how a person with a modest income but high ownership can quietly surpass the high-income earner in true net worth within a decade. The ultimate form of this is owning a platform or a network. Think of the ownership stakes in Facebook, Uber, or Airbnb. The founders didn't just build an app. They built a digital nation with its own economy. They own the rules, the transaction fees, and the data of that nation. 1. The salary trap versus the ownership mindset. The final and most important lesson is the great battle. The salary trap versus the ownership mindset. This is a war for your psychology. The salary trap is a scarcity loop. It teaches you to think in terms of costs and budgets. Your focus is on cutting expenses, saving a little, and hoping your 400 and ONC will be enough. It's a defensive, fearful mindset. It keeps you on the hamster wheel, constantly running to outpace inflation and lifestyle creep. This might mean living on half your salary to save for a down payment on a duplex. It might mean taking a lower-paying job at a startup with significant equity. It might mean spending nights and weekends for 3 years building a digital asset instead of watching Netflix. It's a short-term sacrifice of comfort for a long-term gain in freedom. The salary trap offers comfort now and dependency later. The ownership mindset offers discipline now and sovereignty later. This is the most important financial message of our time. The rules have changed, and your future depends on which set you choose to play by. The path of ownership is the only path to true financial freedom. If this resonated with you, you must take action. Like this video to cement this lesson in your mind. Subscribe to this channel because we are dedicated to providing the maps for the ownership journey. And share this video aggressively, not just as a video, but as a wake-up call to anyone you care about who is still asleep in the salary trap. Your first owned asset is your transformed mindset. Now, go build the rest.